Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 28th, and the Russia-Ukraine war has reached a different level. Overnight attacks by the Russians on Ukraine on Friday and Saturday and Sunday killed at least 29 people, including children, and wounding dozens more. So the Kremlin has intensified their aerial bombardment of the Ukraine. And that means that the world has to come together and do something that it probably has never done before. They have to support the Ukraine to the fullest. And I don't know what that means exactly. But if they don't put a stop to this war, hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians are at risk. Russia has just gone crazy. And why? Why do they want to destroy a country that they would like to take over? Why can't they settle this thing and live in peace? Why do we have to see this awful thing going on? So the Kremlin has intensified the aerial bombardment, assaulted a record number of airstrikes. Russia killed at least 3 children in this strike, and who knows how many of them are injured. Each terrorist attack by Russia is a sufficient reason for new sanctions against Russia. Russia is dragging out this war and continues to kill every day. And why must they do that? Why must they continue to kill every single day? That's not what this is all about. There shouldn't be killing every single day. That is a horrible situation. And what is the Ukraine to do? They need more help. More help. And what about the children who weren't hurt, but their parents are hurt? Their parents end up in hospitals. So Russia is creating orphans. Is that what we want to be telling the world? How can Russia look anybody in the eye and continue this work? And why isn't the UN stepping up to the plate and doing something? They are not doing anything. Why? Tell me why that is going on. So the world goes on vacation, but the war continues. And it doesn't matter what kind of weekend it is, or what kind of day it is. You cannot continue to ignore it. And we, America, have been silent. And the others in the world have been silent. And all that does is encourage Putin. And even Donald Trump, one of Putin's friends, so to speak, has come out against these actions. He expressed frustration on Sunday, saying that we're in the middle of talking and he's shooting rockets into Kiev and other cities. Like Donald believes that he ever had influence on Putin. Doesn't Donald know that Putin is an evil, villainous man? How can our president have stood by him all of these years? And he said the other day to the reporter, he's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what happened to hell to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people. And I don't like that at all. Well, that's a wonderful thing. What have you done? Everybody knew that Putin was a villain, but you looked aside for some reason. But don't think that this is all that Trump said. He turned his criticism towards Zelensky also, saying in a post on Truth Social that the Ukrainian president was doing his country no favors by talking the way he does. Everything out of his mouth causes problems. I don't like what he says, and it better stop. Is that what you say to a guy whose country is being torn apart and destroyed? And Keith Kellogg, who is one of our emissaries, envoys for Ukraine and Russia, called Russia's attacks overnight clear violation of the 1977 Geneva Peace Protocols designed to protect innocents. Since when has any of that stuff even mattered? When you have evil dictators like Putin running countries in this world. So I leave you with a horrible, horrible situation in Russia. And I see no way to stop this except possibly invading Russia and putting Putin out of his misery. So why? And how is the world going to continue? And what is the UN doing? Not a damn thing. Terrible to watch a slaughter going on and feeling helpless. So I leave you with another not so great day. Take care. Have fun if you can. Bye. Bye.